It's the anniversary of the launching of the first commercially successful milking machine in the world. It's something we Kiwis should be really proud of. And I'm certainly proud of my grandfather, and I want people to know about it. Norman was born in Paeatua, where his dad was a dairy farmer. So Norman grew up as a farm boy in New Zealand in the 1880s, 80s, 90s. He had a fascination with all the machinery that was being developed at the time. He had a brother-in-law who was an engineer, and together they started to figure out how to actually milk cows mechanically. They were experimenting with all these early machines on this cow, Daisy, in the kitchen of their farm. Imagine that. People have been trying to find a milking machine for 50 years or so, including Edison, the great inventor in America. None of them were actual dairy farmers. People had tried all sorts of things like rollers, which sound quite painful for the animal. My grandfather eventually made a machine which was comfortable for the cow and productive for the workers, which is revolutionary, really. He obviously had a desire to see it manufactured and distributed throughout the world. They knew about the de Laval company. It was well known in New Zealand at that time. So he obviously thought, they could be interested in working on the milking machine. Then in 1912 or 1913 he went to New York with his family. He had, nearly 20 patents at that stage, and joined up with de Laval company when they perfected this machine, and then they launched it to the world in 1917. His was successful because he was a dairy farmer and he knew how sensitive cows were and how to extract the milk from them in a way which was comfortable to the cow. So it was sold, to dairy farmers across the United States, and my grandfather, with his car, went around visiting farmers selling milking machines. De Laval and my grandfather had perfected it so much that they sold the first 100 machines on a return if they're not successful, and none of them were returned. Edison came to a world fair in New York where my grandfather Norman had his milking machine on display. So for him to come and admire this milking machine made by a little New Zealander was pretty fantastic. Sadly he died at age 42 while he was demonstrating his milking machine at the showgrounds in Palmerston North in 1924. Mechanical milking has transformed dairy farming. I think it's a wonderful New Zealand story, and to have it in my own family, it's just fantastic. The centenary is a great time to, let people know about this wonderful achievement of an ordinary Kiwi farmer